Good morning. This is Keith Furrow. How are you doing? Wanted to welcome you to meditation session today. And if it's your first time, we'll kind of give you a little idea what we do. And those that have been here before will know some of the routine. Each week, when we do go live, which is most weeks, Saturday mornings, we do different types of sound meditation, and there are different sequences. Some of them are a little longer, some of them are a little shorter. I do that so that if you want to keep these, you can use these. Most of this is about the sound, not necessarily about the video. So hopefully you can hear it well, and everybody can hear me. Let me check, make sure I get any comments. So I think we're good on the sound. What I'm going to do is we're going to start out with a little what we call Qigong, which is an energy building process that we're going to do. And what I'd like you to do is face the north. And basically what we do with this is, and again, because of the video, I never know how perfect this will work, but we bring our hands out, reach out to the north, and our goal here is to breathe in with our nose and out with our mouth. So we breathe in, now what our goal here to accomplish is, it's not about the meditation, necessarily the sounds or this particular sequence that we do. We're offering a type, and there are many different types of meditation. And I've mentioned this before, meditation, you can look at an anthill. You can learn enough by just looking at a flower and spending the minute to be with what we call a flower. That will change your whole life, because words are very limited. There's just certain sounds we make, and we want to explain the entire universe and our relationship with God just based on words. And as wonderful as words are, and their language is very special, it falls short. Shakespeare said, "A rose by any other name is still a rose." And so from my perspective, when you look at the living things around you and you see, and if you take a moment to notice the ants and nature, and we have opinions over pests and what's a pest and what is their process and how's it all work. And so often we're so busy we don't even take time to pay attention to that. We're so busy trying to get from here to here to here. I got to get to the store so I can get to the process, so I can get to the post office, so that I can get to this, so I can make my phone call. I mean, we don't take the time so often to just be here now, as Ram Dass said. What I'm going to challenge you right now through this holiday season is to take a moment and be in the moment. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the colors. Enjoy the lights. Enjoy the greetings, the bells. It's very hectic, and a lot of times we're worried about what we're purchasing and what we're doing. And I'm going to challenge you on that too. I think that so often people want your time, they want your attention. And so versus buying a nice thing, which I like nice things, and I feel good about buying nice things for people. But at the same time, making something for someone, or whether it be make a dinner, spend a time, stop by and see somebody, make a pie for someone, or do a craft with them. My wife's really good at doing crafts with the grandchildren. She loves to bring them over and gets me in there and doing some crafts with them, and it's very fun. One of the things I want to do is I want to do cookies this year. I want to make some cookies and then decorate them. It's just fun. Probably shouldn't eat them because of the carbs, but I still enjoy them. Okay, I'm going to, now what I'm going to do is do a prayer, and then we're going to go through a sequence of sound meditations. And what my goal here is to clear your energy centers of your body, clear your what we call chakras, and understand that at different points in our body, the organs connect and they all can interconnect in our energy, okay? Similar to like when you do exercise, it works the heart, it works the different organs, and works the muscles, and the process of building your muscles when you work builds the kinetic energy, which builds the battery stores, which it's amazing, this vehicle that God, creation, has made for us. It's unbelievable. One of the things I heard the other day was it took 13.5 billion years for the universe to get where it is. I realize some people are going to say, well, the Earth's 5,000 years old, 10,000 years. I don't want to get into that debate. My perspective is it's eternal. And so if it took 13.5 billion years for the universe to be created, and every atom in my body is from pretty much, most of them, all the complicated ones, are from supernovas, from other stars that exploded, and other galaxies, and the idea, the likelihood of even one atom coming from your body from the same supernova is almost impossible. That's amazing. And it took 13.5 billion years for you to show up right here. For me to be looking at you and you to be looking at me, 13.5 billion years. That means you're supposed to be here now. This is where you're supposed to be. So as you go forward and as you live your life, open your heart, do what I believe the Bible says, pray without ceasing. Be in the moment. Feel the moment. Because all there is now. There's no future, there's no past. We can debate that, but there's just now. Because then it was just now. In the future, it'll just be now. Don't worry about the future. Bible says that God will take care of that. He takes care of the sparrows in the field. Everything is okay. I understand that if you're currently in a crisis or currently in a situation, it can be complicated. And if they're holding your head underwater or if they're shooting at you, those moments, those are crises. Pretty much everything else is just kind of an inconvenience. I wish it was blue. Why wasn't it green? I wanted more. I wanted less. They didn't talk to me. So often people really are just busy. They don't intend to hurt you. And understand, approach everybody from love. Fall in love with life. It'll make your life a lot better. You'll just be happier. Dear Mother, Father God, thank you again for this opportunity to come and serve. I love you, Spirit, so much. Every day you unfold, and every day you show me another path. And every day as I go through these little paths and these little signposts, and I go through this process, I'm reminded that some are in front, some are behind, some are walking shoulder to shoulder. I'm reminded that when I'm ready, the teacher shall appear. When I'm as a student, and as a teacher, when I'm ready, or when the student's ready, they shall appear. We're all students, we're all teachers. Help me to know where to serve. Help me to be in the moment all the time. Pray without ceasing. And help me to find right action. I want to always be right action. Because more and more I find that whenever I go, you're there waiting for me. Ready to help me up the hill, that last step. Give me the encouragement, love me, and take care of me. I know I'm not busy beating my heart. I know that my organs work without my opinion. I know that most of who I am is without my consciousness, my conscious awareness. It's happening at a level I don't understand. But I want to submit myself to you, Spirit. I want to be a tool for righteousness. I want to be a good example. I want to be Christ-like. I want to be there to encourage others and love others. Help me with that. Help me on my days that I struggle, like you always do. Pray that in Jesus' name. Amen. So we're going to start. We're going to take a few deep breaths. You can hold your hands on your knees like this, like this, like this. It's probably similar where the prayer comes from. this particular one for me is the best. That's how I close the circuit. I see the energy cycles, and it just, for some reason, when I don't do that, I'm not as comfortable. Can't really tell you why, but it's personal. We're practicing to breathe in with our nose and out with our mouth. Now we're going to slowly relax different parts of our body. So what I want you to do first is I want you to tense up your feet and your calves. Be careful with your calves. They can cramp up easily. There's sometimes some of the energy can store in there, and depending on your diet, it can be a hassle for you. So tighten that up from your feet to your knees. Just hold it. Keep holding it. And let it go. Now I want you to tighten up the area from your knee to your hip. Tighten it up and just hold it. Hold it there. Kind of raise it a little bit. Feel the tension. Hold it. Let it go. Now in your lower abdomen area, in your hip, and more of your hip area, tighten it up. Squeeze your buttocks. Squeeze it. Let it go. Now your lower abdomen, around your belly button area, squeeze that, tighten it, tighten that, tighten it, let it go. Now your chest area, tighten that up, hold it, let it go. Now your shoulders, be careful with your neck. Again, sometimes tension stores in that area. So raise your shoulders, tighten up your upper back, your neck area. Be careful with the neck. Let it go. Now we're going to add one today. We're going to go ahead and tighten the face muscles. Tighten them. Let go. I find on that one I almost have to hold my breath. Now our whole body, I want you to tighten up the entire body at one time. And we're going to hold it. So tighten everything. Hold it. Let it go. Keep breathing in with your nose and out with your mouth. Now we're going to start with the base energy center or base chakra. And the sound we're going to do is huh. So we're going to take deep breaths and out with our mouth, and we're going to make the sound huh, and we're going to project it to the lower part of our spine. So take a deep breath. In most cases, we're going to take 2 or 3 breaths in between each sound so that you make sure you catch your breath. So we're going to do the same one again. We're going to do huh. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in our lower spine, and we're going to start there. We're going to project it down to the floor through our body, up through our body, through our spine, to the top of our head and out. And then back and forth. And you might notice little blockage areas. You might notice little areas that feel resistant. That's okay. Just massage them gently. Just massage them. So take a deep breath. The next one we're going to do is O. And O is more in the groin area. And we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to project O into that area. So take a deep breath. You might find that sometimes some of the sounds come easier for different reasons. There's just a little easier in some areas. Sometimes it's the sound itself and your expression of your breath. Sometimes it's a little bit of the blockage. I know that different times I can do different ones, and I know that depending on where I'm at and how hard I want to project the sound, that can be challenging. So we're going to do O again, and this time we're going to start with the energy center around the groin area. We're going to project it down to the feet and up through our spine, out the top of our head. So let's do O again. Deep breath. The next one we're going to do is ooh, and that sounds ooh, and that's around the belly button area or the abdomen, that area there. I'm going to take a deep breath. Ooh. Now we're going to do ooh again. And no judgment whether you can do it. If you have to take 2 breaths to complete it, that's fine. 1 breath's fine. Don't, no judgment here. We're practicing, all of us are practicing to connect and connect with spirit. And so we clear our energy, and the goal here is to feel the bliss and connect more with God. So we're going to do ooh again. So take a deep breath. The next one we're going to do is our heart energy center, our heart chakra. And the sound is ah, ah. We're all familiar with these sounds. We use them at different times. And as you've learned to practice and you learn them, you'll understand when time comes up in your life, you'll understand why the sound is there. Take a deep breath. Ha. We're going to do ah again. This time when we do it, we're going to start at our center of our chest, our heart energy center. We're going to move it down to the floor, through our body, up to the top of our head, project it out, and then down and back and forth, and just gently massage it. Take a deep breath. If your mind wanders, don't worry about it. Just bring it back. Just bring it back. Now the next sound we're going to do is A. Those who remember Happy Days, remember the sound A, A. Now you didn't know that was your throat chakra. Now you know what that sound was. The universe uses many signposts to teach us these things. You'll notice that babies have all these sounds. And they're part of our language. Whatever language we speak, they're part of it. So we're going to do A. So take a deep breath. Now we're going to do A again. And we're going to start with our throat energy center, our throat chakra. And we're going to gently project it down to the floor and back up through the top of our head and back and forth. We're going to do A again. Deep breath. Now the next one we're going to do is our pineal gland, or our third eye, the center of our head. And it's in the center of our brain, and it projects out to the center of our forehead, often called the third eye, or the seat of the soul. And that particular sound is I. So take a deep breath. We're going to do I again, and this time again we're going to project it out through our forehead, gently back in, down and through the floor, and back up to the top of our head. Deep breath. Now the next one we're going to do is E, and that's out the top of our crown chakra, or the top of our head, our energy center, and that is projected out to the universe. That's the silver cord. That's connection. Our heart's connected. All of our organs, all of our vital areas are all connected, but we project them out to the top of our head. Take a deep breath. Do E again. I'm going to start out the top. Then we're going to bring it down to our body and to the floor and back up. Take a deep breath. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our heart energy center, and we're going to do Ah again, and we're going to project the sound starting with our center of our chest, our heart area, our heart chakra, and we're going to move it up to our throat, through and then to our third eye and the top of our head. Now we're going to do our third eye again, or our pineal chakra, and and that particular sound is I. I'm going to make that sound, and we're going to start there. Then we're going to the top of our head, back down to our throat, and then to our chest again, so just hit those 4 spots. Now we're going to do our crown chakra again, and that sound is E, and we're going to bring it down to our third eye, to our throat, and back to our chest. Make the sound start, it'll be E again, take a deep breath. Now you may notice we skipped the throat chakra, throat energy center when we didn't project it. The reason is because I want you to talk less, feel more with your heart, follow your third eye, or what your God gives you, the right action or psychic, whatever different people have names for it, and then the connection with God. It's because your heart is your emperor. Your heart is in charge of everything. We're taught that our mind is. Our mind is not our enemy. It's not at all. But if we use our mind, which is usually projected as ego, and we use it as a tool and not as our master, when in doubt, follow the heart. The heart never lies. The heart's never wrong. There are people who find ways to harden their heart, but even those, there's a small percentage where they know what's right and what's wrong. I want you to feel the moment, feel the color. You might see the color lights. You might see gold or purple, or could be many colors. Some of you might see the swirling energy of like a yin yang. It's okay, enjoy it. Feel the bliss of God. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a different exercise as far as to get deeper and deeper state of mind. And then we're going to do another set of energy mantra sounds that I've been doing for, God, it has to be over 30 years. So what I want you to do is project the number 3 in your mind's eye. And I'm going to repeat the sounds. And I just want you to see the 3. It could be any color, any shape, no judgment. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Continue to breathe in with your nose and out with your mouth. We're going to go to a deeper, healthier state of mind. Deeper and healthier than before. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The goal here is not the sounds, not the numbers. It's to get to a deeper, healthier state of mind. Allow the ego to rest and the mind to rest. It allows spirit to permeate within you, and you'll be able to feel spirit. Spirit is pure love, and it's beyond the mind. It comes from outside of our world. It comes from outside of our consciousness, our dimension. It comes from God, whatever name we want to use for God. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And as we count down, in your mind's eye, I want you to let go and feel yourself fall back into the loving hands of God, the gold light of God. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. next sound we're going to do is Om, Om. And as you make the sound, I want you to start with your heart chakra, make the sound, and I want you to move it up and down the body. Deep breath. Next sound is Ma. Take deep breaths, same idea. Start with your heart energy center and work it up and down your body. Deep breath. Now the next sound we're going to do is Ni. And some of you might remember the movie Monty Python, where they had the knights that say Ni. Now you understand that that was another signpost. It was another way Spirit used to bring that out to those that have forgotten this information. Everything I teach, everything I find is already in our soul. Bible says the precepts of God are written on the heart of man. Deep breath. We're going to do Ni. Deep breath. Ni. Next sound we're going to do is Pund, Pund. Deep breath. Pund. Next one we're going to do is hum. Oh, wait. Me. Sorry, me. So take a deep breath. Last one we're going to do in this sequence is hum, hum. So take a deep breath. Hum. to take another deep breath. And we're going to do our sounds in sequence. And it doesn't matter about the timing. You can take more than one breath. You can be longer than me, shorter. None of that matters. The goal here is to connect with Spirit. Take a deep breath. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Bask in the moment. Feel the love of God. Feel the love of Spirit. Whether we call God Elohim, whether we call him Allah, whether we call him God, whether we call it Christ consciousness, Spirit, the Great Spirit. There's many, many names. The name's not important. The Tao says that God can't be named. The Tao can't be named. We call it the Tao because we're talking about the energy. But we can't put God in a box. When you practice this on your own, it doesn't take long to learn, and it takes most of us a lifetime to learn, to master. And the goal is not the fancy sounds. I spent many, many years searching for the sacred sounds, and Spirit provides them one at a time. It was a path for me. It was a roadmap. And when I'm reminded of what C.S. Eliot said. We will not cease our exploring. And when we arrive at our destination, we will arrive at where we began and know it for the first time. Now I'm going to count up from 1. And you don't have to stop your meditation. You can do them different ways. We also work on a 3-2-1 technique, 3 second to alpha. I also have all of this written down, and I'd be glad to send, if you IM me, I'll send it to you. I also can teach a longer version of this at anyone that's interested in it. I'd be glad to teach a class or a church group or anyone that feels the resonation and wants a deep connection. The Bible says, with all things, prayer and supplication. Words get interpreted, words get changed. But God wants us to be in the moment, loving, sending that, projecting that love energy out every second. Two. 3. I hope you enjoyed the meditation session. Personally, I was so deep in bliss that I didn't want to come back. I wanted to stay there. I just didn't want those that haven't been here to, when they come in at different times and there's no sound or there's a part, it's confusing because you have to go back to the beginning. I hope many of you record this or save this recording. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you're not interested. I just want to serve. If I can help you have a better life, I want to do that. Jesus said that he came so that we would have life and have it more abundantly. He taught us these things. He always went and prayed. He spent his time staying with God, even in the worst times that he had to deal with, because he knew that he needed to be a great signpost. And he impacted the world. And many of the other prophets and avatars have done the same throughout time. Spirit loves you. The Christ consciousness is real. It's not fake. It's not a joke. Too often people want to take religion and say, my religion, my way, my perspective. If you don't believe me, we're going to kill you, or we don't like you. God doesn't kill anyone. He gives us free will. He lets us decide our path. If that wasn't true, then we'd be robots. Try to control ants. Try to control the birds. Try to control your cat. Now your dog a little easier because they come at you with a little bit of more of the strong unconditional love, and they want to be right in your presence in most cases. God is everywhere. It's in every moment. There is nothing but now. Enjoy the now. It's okay to plan. It's okay to budget. All those things are necessary. Jesus said to be in the world, but not of the world, which to me means that I go through the motions of being a householder. And someday I may be what they call Samoa, where I'll be a free-range traveler. I don't know. But I know that I'm happier every day. And that I'm so happy it almost brings tears to my eyes. I love those that are watching. I love those that didn't watch long. It's all okay. If one person appreciates this and can find value in it, then my goal's accomplished. I can't be attached to this. Those are steps that I have to make. To not be attached. I just have to be a servant. The tools don't get upset if who uses them. The tool just is the tool. And that's what, I'm just a vehicle. Spirit is spirit. I'm going to end in a prayer. Please remember those that have special needs. Please remember the victims of the fires in California, those that have suffered through the storms that came still in the Northeast are still dealing with those, the ones that came over through Mexico Beach, Panama City area. Please be with those people. If you have an extra $1 or $10 or $5, please send it to the Red Cross or to one of the charities. There's many charities for these particular, for those that have many, a little bit here, a little bit there. I understand that it's a busy time of year. Try to remember our fellow man, because in my heart, our highest calling is to serve one another. That's what our goal is. Because by serving others, we serve ourselves. Wayne Dyer said, we're all one, but it's my television set. So that's your awareness. That's your window to the world. How you project the world and see the world is personal. but the world is wonderful. If you fall in love with the world, you fall in love with everything, and you appreciate every moment, it will bring you stronger bliss. And when you wake up at night and you have a hard time sleeping sometimes, the first thing I do is write down everything out of my mind, and then I look at it as my time to be with God. I look at it as my time to be with presence, with Spirit. And so I bless that time, and I'm thankful for that time. Dear Mother, Father, God, thank you so much for what you've done for my heart. Help me to know where I can serve, where I can help, where I can lead, where I can follow. Thank you for always bringing me the right action, the next book, the next phrase, the next part. Thank you for allowing me to understand that when a person is ready to be enlightened or to get more, become part of the light, become more awareness of who they are, that the subtlest thing will do it. There is no goal. I understand that we don't have any special place we have to go. It's not about after we are here. It's not about before we are here. And I appreciate that. It's about being here now. Heaven or hell is a state of mind based on the life you have. If you can, and help me remember that, as I can remember that it's up to me and how I take things. Help me remember that when other people treat me badly, it doesn't define me. It defines me if I get upset. It's their life. It's their energy. If I allow it to bother me, then that's my definition. I need to accept, to appreciate. Help me remember to not be attached to the outcome, because I don't have a pay grade high enough to know how it all ends. And I remember from that great movie that you presented to me that said that it'll all be okay in the end, and if it is not okay, it is not the end. I thank you, Spirit, for this opportunity. Amen. Namaste.